Here we are. We've just done our 100 build, and we went back to basics with this, didn't we? We showed you, well, I went through the whole process again of building another 100 drills, and I sat there and just went, you know what? It's all good. It works, and I'm sort of glad it does. And I was trying to come up with another way of making a build like this, but with less conveyor belts, so there's less lag, so there's less particles on the map, so it doesn't affect the game as much. So my brain started working in the whole like a reverse pyramid style build, and I came up with this. So what you can see at the moment is 92 ram drills in a sort of tower. Now, the reason why you can see all the gibberish on the top of the screen, and remember to remove this 1.3 yada yada, is basically because I'm using the F7 mod. Now, I have enough money to build this because it takes about 100 grand to build this, or just a little bit less actually because it's less conveyor belts. But the idea was to basically chuck this together as quickly as possible to see if it would actually work. And it does. And amazingly, I've got to say, it doesn't lag out as much. It doesn't have any major issues. And basically what I've done is I've only got 8 harvesters working for near 100 drills, which is phenomenal. So all the drills are now on. I've done a little bit of a test on this to basically make sure that it was working. I actually used the platform halfway up so I can turn the other drills on, which is all good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to show you this working. And if you guys want to replicate this design, I have not got a problem. Go for it. Be happy. Basically, it's one floor of 6 drills on each side, apart from the one where you sort of step through and there's only 5 there. So yeah, this is 92 ram drills all working in unison. So we're filtered. We've got our bits and pieces, and they will start firing now. So it just starts raining gems. I might put some barriers up just to make sure and all, but this is pretty constant. This comes through all down here, and it filters through nicely, like really, really well. But the idea came to me, I mean, if this is working this well, could I replicate this again over here and double this up? So I would have 2 giant plants running in one go. So welcome back, Hydroneer. Basically, the idea was to create something that I have never done before. Now, we all know that I've done 100 ram drills. Most people see that as like the only reason why people know I exist. And in fairness, that's probably a really good assumption of why most people know that I exist on this game, is because of my 100 ram drill build. So we went from something this small to something this big. And I'm going to be honest, this is it. I don't think it's possible for me personally to go any further in this game of like how much I can put into it. And the reason why is because I tested this out just before I recorded this video. This runs my machine down to around 4 frames a second, which is ridiculously... I get a lot of lag, let's put it that way. So currently there is 184 ram drills. There are 92 ram drills on each tower. And you have to turn on each individual one. So I'm going to sit here and do this now. And then I'm going to make it run. All my belts working. So we took the barriers out after a couple of tests on this, because the barriers actually cause like a little bit of blockage and they cause a little bit of stalling. So I had to go back to the old window effect. The reason why is because it works. So yeah, here we go. 5-minute test, how much we can earn in that time. Like I said, we're having to run this on a low setting because it won't survive. My computer has a lot of problems running this at like major, so I chose the lowest setting so I could get a decent score on like how much this is actually going to make. As you can see, I mean, all the ram drills are working. Everything's like, it's all getting there. So each level is 23. So each floor is 23 ram drills. And then above that is a level where we've got 4 chambers in, and then there's another 23 ram drills above per level. So it's a lot on each one. So there's 92 ram drills on each tower. which is 184, and basically it's just churning dirt now. I mean, the frame rate's not too bad. I think I'm probably running about sort of like 6 or 7 frames a second, maybe a little bit more actually, because I turned the graphics down. But it's strenuous to say the least. How I basically work out how much money I make within a certain amount of time. So we run the machine for 5 minutes. Then, after we've run the machine for 5 minutes, we make a Mr. T necklace using 1 big bar of gold. We chop it in half, we make a necklace. And then we make a giant sword out of the metal. And we take all the gems that come out of it, uncut, and then we sell all of those as well, just to basically show you how much this machine will make. Now, what I will do, because Cloutium is now a thing in this game and we can sell that as well, we'll add that to the total of how much 184 ram drills can make you within 5 minutes. So another thing that I should really sort of like explain is the reason one side of the funnel has a straight conveyor belt and the other one just goes straight into a ramp. I was basically testing to see which one had a little bit different friction, because of the barriers and seeing if anything was actually out of tilt. I was basically testing to see if it was alright just to use a vertical conveyor belt into a funnel, or was it just okay to use a straight. They basically do the same thing, which is why I didn't change the other side. As I said, it was just a test, it works, so it actually doesn't matter which one you use to filter stuff into a funnel. Both of them work exactly the same. So the frame rate's probably down to about 6 or 7 frames per second now, so it does get, I can still run it. I mean, I could probably run the machine until whenever, because it's not going down past that point. It's just working a little bit slower than normal. Okay, now we're just going to let everything come in, and we're going to let everything hit all the conveyor belts, and you'll see the frame rate just accelerate. Fantastic. So that should be everything. I'm not even seeing much in the way of like stuff glowing, so there's not a lot that's been caught up as well. Alright, so let me just whack my settings back up, because it's the only way to test. So on high, we'll turn that up to uncapped because I can, and we'll turn VSync off as well. Apply and save. Okay, so the big thing now is how much that actually made me within a certain amount of time. So my conveyor belts are clean. Unfortunately, the barriers don't do the job. The windows do in this particular way, and my filter broke as well, so I need to repair. I'll repair that at some other point. That's good. All I need to do now is literally see what we made in the way of everything. Ugh, right, hit the lag. We'll get this to the truck. We'll be all right. Oh, crike. Right, so we're going to suffer a little bit for frame rate because we moved the bucket, right? So we're going to take our gold bar, we're going to take our Cloutium. We're going to put the Cloutium on the back of the truck because we're not going to turn it into anything. So with the metal bar, we're going to turn this into a sword. And we won't know how much we made until we get to the shop. I need a gem. We'll take that one. I always seem to do a ruby. Rightio. So we'll put this in the furnace. We need our saw. And there we go. Right, so that's all cut up and ready to go. We got our tiny gem. That's not cooking. We need to put that in there. Okay, so we need to get this one onto the anvil. That one needs to be on the anvil, and then we need to make our necklace. Boom. Okay. Next up we got to do is go to the market. Okay, so the last time we had lag like this, a gem bucket was worth a ridiculous amount, and there were so many particles in it as well. So that's what we're dealing with at the moment, as the frame rates have dropped. You're just about to see how bad it does get when you get yourself towards the actual jeweler. So, oh, give me a sec. Let me just put down the necklace. Right, yeah, okay, so if you think this is bad now, which it is pretty bad. Look what happens when we get to the gem thing. The frame rate drops so much when you get to the gem station, it almost crashes out now. So I just need to push that button, and everything goes back to normal, and it's all good. So the reason why we put the crystals, the shards in there, is because the shards you can't sell, so it's best you can actually take them back to your lot and do them up. Right, 1 bar of Cloutium. So this is a rare element, in fairness. So 3,917 per bar, so 11,540. So far, this is just 5 minutes worth of work, which is amazing. Next, we'll take the sword. Now, the sword is not going to be worth as much as gold, but it's still going to be worth quite a bit. And the reason why we use like level 2 and level 3 stuff when it comes to gold and metal is because they're worth the most. 84,833. Not too shabby. So, with the 100 build, I made 100 grand in 5 minutes. Alright, now we've already hit 84,000. So this necklace has to be worth more than 14 grand to be able to beat it. Now don't forget, we are running 184 drills. Oh, it's $100,000 necklace. Getting close to $200,000 or 200,000 coins in 5 minutes. How cool is that? Right, so if I was able to, guaranteed actually, if I was able to get the last like 16 drills, or just add them on to the end, yeah, I would have made $200,000 in 5 minutes. So yeah, there you go. The Twin Towers, as you can see, 184 round drills, $197,000 in just 5 minutes. Guys, if you have loved this video as much as I have creating it, because yeah, I actually enjoyed doing this, I want to see likes down there. Thank you very much for joining me. This has been Hybridsteel. If you have liked this video, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notifications button below for all other updates, and I'll be back here with a brand new video of Hydroneer at some point. If you guys have got any ideas or things you want testing, down in the comment section below, I'd love to hear your thoughts. And the reason why is because without you guys, there would be no channel here. And if you do want to help this channel anymore, you can actually become a member now, which basically means you pay this channel a couple of £1 a month, goes towards games, goes towards maintenance, goes towards basically keeping this channel fresh with brand new content. So thank you very much for kicking by. I'll see you all later. Peace out, have fun, and enjoy everything you guys do.